Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is round 3 of the League Cup that happened at Die Hard Games on February 24th, 2024. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format anyone wants, really. More info in the description. Temporal forces pre-releases starting Saturday, March 9th at 1 p.m., and League Challenge Thursday, March 21st at 6 p.m. all Central Time, all at Die Hard Games, and check out Pokemon's event locator for premier events at the shop, such as League Challenges, League Cups, and pre-releases. Please hit that like button right quick, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good free stuff. But anyways, let's get researching this game. On the left, we have Mew Genesect. On the right, Iron Hands and Miraidon. Looks like our Mew player is starting us off here, and we need to do Mew things. Find that Battle VIP pass, make the board spread nice and wide, and start drawing all those cards with that Fusion Strike system on that Genesect V. For now, though, we're going to go with a Nest Ball that allows the player to search the deck for a basic Pokemon to add to the bench. As you can see, our player's taking a little time here to take a good look through the deck, try to tell what's prized, what's available. This is a known thing that all players do, all players, let's say, should do on their first deck search. Take a little extra time to see what's in there. Mew V, excuse me, finally decided upon with that Nest Ball there and put onto the bench. We're shuffling up the deck, so I wonder if that's all the hand allows to be played for this turn 1. Finding a Forest Seal Stone could grant access to that Battle VIP pass as well. Let's see what our players got. A double Turbo Energy that gets attached to the bench Mew V. And I think it's just a pass here, since no supporters can be played on the player that goes first turn. As things are passed over to Miraidon here, our Miraidon player benches a Mareep that could be evolved into Flaffy on the next turn to start accelerating those energy from the discard pile. Raichu V put onto the bench as well. That's probably going to be a good attacker here in this matchup, as it can reach for those big VMAX HP numbers. Energy attached to that Raichu V as well. And things are passed back over to Mew, both of our players having slower starts for this game. But slower starts means a better game. I see that Electric Generator is in hand for our Miraidon players. They decided not to go all in on that Raichu V. Yeah, and then I don't think there was a way to get the Iron Hands out of the active either, assuming that lots of energy was accelerated onto the board. So things are just passed over to our Mew player here. We have a pretty good shot of the field here. No glare, by the way. Maybe it's the player's sleeves. But anyways, a Judge will be played by our Mew player. That supporter has both players shuffle their hands into their deck. Then they each draw 4 cards. The Great Equalizer, if you will. So our Mew player is just going to be looking for more Pokemon to put onto their bench, more Genesects to be more precise here. It looks like that Battle VIP pass is found on turn 2. Great, but it'll be perfect discard fodder along with this Lost Vacuum for this Ultra Ball here. Discard 2 cards, search your deck for a Pokemon. Mew VMAX is found and evolved on the bench. It can start attacking, so that's good. Applying pressure to the Miraidon deck as the Mew V free retreats into that Mew VMAX Power Tablet is played, and nice. A Fusion Strike system is used on that Genesect V. If you all didn't know, Fusion Strike system lets you draw up to the number of Fusion Strike Pokemon that you have in play. So since there are 3 Fusion Strike Pokemon in play right now, Fusion Strike system can draw up to 3 cards. And let's see, Mew VMAX has the Cross Fusion Strike attack that allows it to copy a Fusion Strike Pokemon's attack that's on the bench. Generally, you copy Genesect V's Technoblast that does 210 damage, minus 20 damage from that for the double Turbo Energy, of course. plus 30 for the power tablet, and we're currently doing 220 damage. That Iron Hands has 230 HP, so we're going to have to see another modifier here. The power tablet, of course, adds 30 damage to Fusion Strike Pokemon's attack. I think there was a Forest Seal Stone in hand, so we have the knockout if the player wishes. Double Turbo Energy attached to the bench. Forest Seal Stone attached to that Genesect V, giving it the V-Star Power ability Star Alchemy. With that V-Star marker being flipped, Star Alchemy is activated, and that allows our player to search their deck for one card. Pick a card, any card. We definitely got the modifier here, if assuming there's more power tablet in the deck. I think you go for it. You go for the KO here, because then you'll draw 2 prizes, adding more cards to your hand. You'll take the initiative in the prize race. Even though your board is not established the way you would like it to be at this point in the game, I think you just go for it and make your opponent have the answers. Let's see what our player decided to grab off of that Star Alchemy. It was the second power tablet. We are doing more than enough damage to KO that Iron Hands EX with Techno Blast. Raichu V gets promoted into the active spot, and play resumes over on its side. Let's see how our Miraidon player can respond. First of all, they're going to want a Miraidon. I was going to say, with the namesake of the deck, we need to get that down as soon as possible in order to use its Tandem Unit ability. That ability allows you to search your deck for up to 2 lightning Pokemon, basic lightning Pokemon, and put them into play. So it is a continuous Battle VIP pass. Who would have known? A Pokemon from the future would replace our current technology. So I think this is our Miraidon player's first deck search, so they're going to take a little extra time here to take a look through the deck, which is totally fine. It's very good to educate yourself, download as much information as you can to better inform your decisions and the overall game plan, as a Zapdos with lightning symbol plus 10 damage to your lightning Pokemon's attacks is put onto the bench, as well as another Raichu V. Really prioritizing the Raichu V here in this matchup. Makes sense. Experience share put onto that Raichu V on the bench to preserve a lightning energy in case, or once the active Pokemon is knocked out. And Nest Ball is played here. We are seeing the Miraidon deck fully set up at this point, as a Mew EX is found and put onto the bench there. Very important Pokemon in this deck, providing that crucial pivot, since Electric Generator can only target bench Pokemon. And it also has a great ability, Reset, to draw up to 3 cards in hand, as well as a pretty decent attack, Genome Hacking. Let's see, it looks like we saw a Reset for 1 there. 3 cards in hand now. Boss's Orders was the card chosen there. We could go for a Boss Stall play on that Genesect V on the bench. Iron Hands and Squawkabilly Hands. Yeah, not a lot going on in that hand there. So Raichu is going to manually retreat into the 1 prizer Zapdos here, and things are passed over to our Mew VMAX player. Now, I think they did not choose to go the Boss Stall route on the Genesect V, because Mew VMAX cannot attack unless it moves to the bench and back to the active spot, thanks to the effect of the attack of Genesect's Techno Blast attack. So you would kind of be doing 1 step for the Mew player if you did move the Mew VMAX back to the bench. So now you're just kind of forcing them to have it all in hand. I think I like that play. Box of Disaster hits the bench Mew V. Choice Belt hits the active Mew VMAX. We see a Power Tablet being played, and now a Fusion Strike system drawing up to 3 cards. Another Mew V is found, put onto the bench, and a Nest Ball is found as well and played, which finds another Genesect V. It joins the party at this point, and we could start drawing more cards now that there are 5 Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. Looks like we're going for that next. Yes. Hunting for that boss's orders, I think. Fusion Strike System for 5 here, or up to 5. Mew VMAX evolves on the bench. Our Mew VMAX board is looking a lot better now as well. There's definitely a attack lined up here and a KO, as the active Mew VMAX can free retreat into the other Mew VMAX on the bench, and it can attack. Escape Rope Perfect is played. I think you'd rather KO the Manaphy instead of the Zapdos here. Escape Rope has the opponent promote a new active Pokemon first, then you do the same. As the other Mew VMAX moves into the active spot, that has the Box of Disaster on it. I think that's the one you want to have in the active spot anyways as well. Another double turbo energy. I think there was an energy attached this turn, but either way, no energy attached. Path to the Peak comes down, shutting down those rule box Pokemon abilities, and KO is taken on the opposing Mareep. I imagine it was Mew's. It copied the Mew VMAX copied the bench Mew VMAX attack that does 130 damage. I can't remember the exact attack name off the top of my head now, but either way, taking the KO on the poor Mareep there. Mew EX moves into the active spot, energy attached to the bench Raichu V, boss's orders, bringing up the Genesect V as a stall play. Mew EX free retreats into the Raichu V, and Raichu V uses its first attack to accelerate an energy to itself from the deck. As things are passed over to our Mew VMAX player here, who manually attaches that double turbo energy to the Genesect, allowing it to be able to manually retreat into the Mew VMAX with the Choice Belt on. Choice Belt does plus 30 damage to Pokemon V, so no additional modifiers needed here to take the KO on the opposing Raichu V. 3 prizes left for the Mew VMAX player, I think. Yep, as Mew VMAX copies Technoblast for the knockout. Let's see, the experience share did preserve one of those energies from the active that was KO'd onto the bench Raichu V that the experience share is attached to, of course. And we cannot tandem unit since the Path to the Peak is in play, so Ultra Ball is going to discard a couple cards to search the deck for a Pokemon. But what Pokemon could bail our Miraidon player out of this situation? Path to the Peak also shuts down Mew EX's restart ability, so our Miraidon player sees the writing on the wall here and concedes here in this round 3. What'd you think of the video and the commentary? Please let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.